I'm a cancer survivor and an advocate and someone who has autism, and recently I attended a training about helping young people with disabilities transition into adulthood. The training was excellent and it focused on making sure students don't fall through the cracks as they move from school into adult life. As I sat there listening, I found myself thinking, gee, Matt should probably be really involved with this. Then, at the end of the training, someone mentioned that the work they were doing was possible because of the advocacy and work Matt had helped lead. And I remember laughing and thinking to myself, of course it was. Because that's the thing about Matt. Matt is everywhere. You might not always see their name on the front line of every project, but they are behind so many efforts that help children, families, and young adults across Massachusetts. Matt may be a small team, but they think much bigger than they are. Whether it's helping a family navigate special education, protecting immigrant students' rights, improving school policies for English learners, supporting transition services, for creating opportunities for children who face barriers, Matt is there. And the reason Matt can be everywhere is because of the incredible community in this room. That is all of you. By being here tonight, all of you are supporting Matt's work, so I'm so honored to say thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to celebrate Matt. Our partners we are honoring tonight and the pathways to learn we are building together. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. I would like you guys to give yourselves a round of applause. But that's my highlight of the night. Now it is my pleasure to introduce you all to someone who has been such an incredible leader in this work. She sees people first. She sees strengths, possibilities, and potential. She fights for what is right, but she always does it with kindness, respect, and humanity. Actually, one of my favorite things about her is that she's not one side or the other. She's just pro-human. She has become one of my support people, someone I look up to, and someone I truly trust. And for me, that is a very big deal. I am grateful for the leadership, her friendship, and the countless ways she has supported me and so many others. Now, please join me in welcoming Matt's Executive Director, Anna Krieger. I'm back. But people often know me as an advocate, a cancer survivor, a public speaker, someone who serves on the board of directors for Mass Advocates for Children, and someone who happens to have autism. But before any of those things, I was a kid who struggled in school. Preschool and first grade were not perfect, but I had my mom, teachers, professionals who believed that if something wasn't working, we needed to figure out a better way. But then, I got to second grade, and everything changed. School became a place of fear instead of learning. My accommodations were ignored, and I struggled verbally to communicate my needs. I was bullied for wearing Sesame Street shirts, something that made me happy and comfortable. My teachers dismissed my challenges and even flicked off a hat off my head. A hat I wore for sensory support that was included in my IEP as an accommodation. The pressure to learn in a way that didn't work for me became overwhelming. I had no way to communicate how distressed I was. I need a little bit of comedy in this one. Back to drama. So, I began hurting myself because I was trying to tell people that I needed help. More than anything, I felt like I didn't belong. Eventually, things got so bad that one day I tried to jump out of the classroom window. no child should ever feel that way. And that's one of the reasons Mass Advocates for Children is so important to me. Every day, MAC works to make sure kids and families have someone in their corner when school is not working the way it should. After that, I was placed in an out-of-district school where my family and I were promised I would finally be safe. Instead, things got worse. When I became overwhelmed and cried, I was taken into a timeout room and physically restrained. I remember being held down and feeling like hot lava was burning through my own body. This happened over and over again. I was terrified. I needed my mother, but she was not allowed to come in. I needed someone to listen, but no one did. One of the reasons I care so deeply about MAC's mission is because every child deserves to be heard. MAC helps ensure that families and students have a voice when systems aren't listening. My trust in teachers, schools, and adults became shattered. When my mom eventually discovered what was happening by walking in and seeing it herself, she immediately pulled me out of school. And from that point on, I was homeschooled. For the first time in a long time, I felt safe. That was years ago. But I still live with the consequences of those actions and experiences today. I have been diagnosed with PTSD related to my school-based trauma. I still struggle with trust because of what happened. Now imagine being a child and realizing that the people who are supposed to help you are the ones hurting you. Now imagine growing up and trying to navigate the world while carrying that fear with you. This is why I fight for change. That is why MAC that is what MAC does every day for thousands of children across Massachusetts. They help them tell their stories, understand their rights, and make sure these stories lead to action and change. MAC understands that real change doesn't happen because of one person or one organization. It happens when families, students, educators, advocates, attorneys, policymakers, and community partners work together. There was a time in my life when I felt invisible, misunderstood, and unsafe in school. Today, I have the privilege of standing here as an advocate, educator, board member, and someone who now helps others find their voices too. That didn't happen because of one person. It happened because people worked together. They listened, they cared, and they believed my story mattered. Earlier, Anna shared about a child's dream of adventures and something to do with what? I had a long call on me, but I went missing. I want to share my dream for education. I want every child to walk into school knowing they belong. I want students to be understood instead of judged. I want combinations to be seen as tools for success. I want schools where differences are respected, where students feel safe, and where every child has the opportunity to reach their full potential. Because every child deserves to learn. Every child deserves to be heard. And every child deserves the chance to dream about their future. That is the future MAC is building for every child. Now, we are thrilled to honor 3 of MAC's critical partners. The 3 awards we are presenting tonight are a window into how MAC is building the future of education. We are doing it all together.